They called me the broke one, not knowing I was the only reason they slept peacefully. They laughed behind my back for years. I never fought it until now. Honestly, what does he even do? Still working on that silly little online thing? You can't live off a hobby, Marcus. Not like real jobs. Clink, laughter, another toast. I was in the next room rinsing my plate, dry pasta again, brought from home because I knew they wouldn't remember my dietary needs. They never did. I'm Marcus Bennett, 33, based in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Freelance UX designer, former ad agency, now solo debt-free, self-funded, living modestly, quietly, and well below my means. But if you ask my family, they'd tell you I was the broke one, the struggling artist, the one they pitied, behind smirks and tight-lipped prayers. What they didn't know. When Aunt Patricia lost her job in 2022, I paid her rent for 6 months, so she wouldn't get evicted. When my brother lost yet another job, I sent $800, which he used for a Vegas trip he never told our parents about. When our parents' mortgage kept getting mysteriously covered after Dad's medical bills wiped their savings, yeah, that was me. Auto pay quietly draining from my account for 14 months. Not because I had to, but because I thought family meant showing up. Even when no one claps for you, the real kicker, they thought it was Uncle Reggie, the Facebook famous landscaper with leased trucks and a business card empire. I never corrected them. Why would I? Their love always came with receipts. Favoritism wasn't new in my family. Reggie was the entrepreneur. My brother was the charming screw-up. My cousins, loud, visible, and always praised for potential. Me? I was the kid who liked books, the one who never made sense at family BBQs. I didn't drink. I didn't argue. I didn't show off. So they forgot me until someone needed something. At 19, when I dropped out of business school to teach myself design, they said I was lazy. At 24, when I landed a remote contract making more than Reggie's entire crew combined, they called it luck. At 28, when I bought my condo in cash, they never asked how, just why I didn't get something bigger. They celebrated louder people with less to show, because they understood noise, not quiet work. So I stayed quiet until last Thanksgiving. That dinner changed everything. They thought I wasn't in the room. They didn't know the kitchen door was slightly open. I heard everything. Marcus? Oh, he'll always be, you know, just him. Bless his heart, living off the internet like a teenager. He should be grateful we include him. He has nothing to offer. And the final blow? To the real breadwinners in this family, my aunt said, lifting a glass, they toasted. To themselves, with the heat I paid for, the lights I covered, the food they bought, with money I floated last summer. I didn't get angry. I just went home. And then the slow part began. I didn't cut them off that night. That would have been too easy. Instead, I started withdrawing subtly, patiently, like a quiet tide receding before the storm. Month 1. I stopped replying to group texts. I took my number off the family emergency contact chain, switched to a private credit union, untraceable, updated my password vault, removed all shared info. Nobody noticed. Month 3, Aunt Patricia called me in a panic. Her rent payment hadn't gone through, I said calmly. I stopped covering that. Maybe try asking Reggie. She hung up. Month 6. My parents received their first mortgage warning. I got the call from my mother, gentle, hopeful. Hey, baby, something's wrong with the bank. Can you? Mom, I said, I haven't been paying that since December. Silence, then guilt, then deflection. You should have told us. But they never told me they appreciated it. The final move came in year 2. My freelance business had grown. I'd been investing quietly, acquired a small startup no one in my family even knew existed, and I made sure one key detail was public. I bought Uncle Reggie's debt. See, his landscaping company? Not exactly solvent. Turns out loud Facebook posts don't pay off overdue business loans. He took a bailout from a private buyer last fall. That buyer was me. Last week I showed up at a family birthday dinner. First time in a year. I wore the same hoodie they always mocked. Uncle Reggie clapped my back, all smiles. He lives. What brings you here, big man? I smiled. Just figured I should see everyone. After all, technically I own part of the family now. Blank stares. I pulled out a small folder. Inside, Reggie's loan contract, transferred to my name, and a notice of default. Filed, enforced. He had 60 days. No raised voice, no drama, just truth. I handed him the folder, took a sip of water, looked around. Y'all wanted a real breadwinner, right? You're welcome. I walked out. They called, emailed, even had a cousin drive to my condo to talk sense into me. I didn't respond, because this wasn't spite. This was my balance. For years I gave quietly, they mocked loudly. Now, they're silent, and I finally hear myself again. If you've ever been dismissed by your own blood, told you were less because you were quiet, know this. Your silence is not weakness. Your kindness is not a currency. And your boundaries, they are earned armor. This wasn't revenge. It was reclamation, of respect, of dignity, of peace. Let them toast to that. Like this video. For the silent helpers, subscribe. For your peace, your worth, your future. Share it. With someone who needs permission to let go, you're not selfish, you're not weak, you're just finally done carrying people who never noticed the weight you held for them.